Hey guys, good to see you. So today I'm in Marilyn and George's beautiful garden here, and they've kindly agreed to give us a little tour. They'll be behind the scenes, or at least Marilyn will be behind the scenes, so giving you a play-by-play. And I really hope you enjoy it. It's a lovely garden. So here we go.
Okay, follow me. On the right we have a whole bunch of clematis. It's too early, but they're not out yet.
Goat's beard.
It is goat's beard. They're both goat's beard, but we don't know
What
which
variety?
one. Yes,
Yeah.
what variety. Gets the white, beautiful fronds, but then within a week it's all brown. Gets it turns into a green chainy type of thing, and you can put it in bouquets, and it stays nice for about a month or two.
Okay, so here we go back to George.
And right on your right is a peony that Marilyn can explain on that one too.
Oh, the tree peony. Yeah, This is from our daughter's garden, and it's an Ito peony. No, it's a tree peony. Pardon me. It's a tree peony.
It blossomed, but it's finished.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the problem.
finished. Yeah. So
it's lovely.
that's one of the treasures from her garden. And this was planted in honor of my daughter. That's our daughter, I should say, Melanie. And as I said, she passed away 4 years ago. So there's a lot of memories. Yeah. And she was a gardener, and she had one of these. And we tried to bring it from her yard to our yard, and it died. So now we bought, everybody put together and bought us one in place of it. The Joe Pyewee's not happy. It says it's way too hot. You watered me. The poppies have dried up in the sun. They don't like the heat. They were beautiful.
I'm going to back up just a little bit so we can take a bit of a span.
This here is the Japanese spikenard. We thought we lost it. It came back for the 4th year, I believe.
Right in here?
Yes, that yellow, bright lime green, yeah. Japanese spikenard. And this is a spring plant that was too cold to come in spring, so it decided to come now, and it's not blooming. But in between are the
corbels.
yes.
Lovely. I have lots of these in my garden because they're just a great color, right?
Heuchera,
Yes.
corbels, yeah.
You know, I can never say that. Heuchera.
Yeah,
And up above you is the Japanese silk lilac.
Oh,
It's
yes.
just starting to come out. And
that's a giant fleece flower in behind the lilac.
Behind
Oh, wow.
See.
with the white flowers sticking out.
Oh,
We
yes.
stuck it back there when it got too big. And it said, well, it'll grow back here, and it's coming, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It did well last year too.
Yeah.
and
So,
this year.
It is giant, yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This we lost two huge beloved Annabelle hydrangeas. So we've just this year somebody gave me these sunflowers, so we're putting the sunflowers just for this year until we get the Annabelle growing again. But they were the centerpiece of our garden, but they're gone, and it was sad to see them go.
Yeah.
They decided
The seasons of 2019 and 2020 have been one of the hardest gardening seasons ever, yeah. And the pot is a mainstay of our garden from day one.
Where did you get this
We
pot?
bought this at Golden Acres.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to say 25 years ago at least, maybe more. Yeah.
And so you leave it outside?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I cover it. I just cover it so that it can't, so the snow doesn't sit.
sit
Right.
inside.
Sit in,
Right.
and we cover it with something in winter. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then this year, the hostas are just amazing in full sun. We don't know how they're surviving, but they don't seem to mind the full sun.
But the heat is
Because
so-
we used to have a tree,
Oh.
and snow timber, we had to chop the tree down. So everything that was once shade has now become, or part shade, has become sun. But it's all adapted. We've never seen hostas this size in our entire life.
And to your right back a ways is the curly fries.
I love the curly fries. Let's take a look at curly fries. Not the type that you eat.
You know, my son sent these from Ottawa in an envelope, okay?
Oh,
Can you
wow.
believe it? And it survived. They will go through anything. Hostas are just the most amazing thing. Like I say, he sent them in an envelope, and that's why we have so many, because he has a beautiful collection in Ottawa. And so we just planted them all because we had to get them in the ground. So that's why we have so many hostas.
Okay, so I have to ask you, how are you getting this Japanese maple to survive? I want to know the secret.
It's not a Japanese maple.
Oh, it's not.
It's a maple that was
Bred for.
bred, so to speak, in Saskatoon.
Okay.
With the Japanese maple design in mind.
It's called a northern.
But it's supposed to be good for Canada, for the West. And the
Okay.
first time I saw it was at Golden Acres,
Okay.
and Vern, the other master gardener,
Yes.
pointed it out to us and said, "I think it's worthwhile." So we bought it and planted it, and the first year or so, not that great. Second year, whatever, and this is the best it's been.
The weather's been hard on it, but it's died back several times, but it's coming.
It just keeps on coming back.
Yeah. It even though I had to trim it a lot, but it seems to be coming back.
And do you mulch it up a little bit more, or
Yeah,
like for
a
the
little
winter?
bit, but nothing spectacular. It's
Right.
meant for our weather. It's meant for our climate.
I totally want to get one.
Yeah. I think it's called Northern Windsor. Oh, I don't have the tag. I'm sorry.
Northern Windsor?
Something
like that.
No. North. It's got the word north in it.
These are just coming as well. These are what is known as bicycle lilies. I don't know if you like. You
The real name's Garden Pleasure.
Garden.
Yeah, but they call it bicycle because
Yeah.
down east you can put a bicycle up against it.
Yeah,
Oh,
once
and it
they
will
get-
hold up.
Yeah, once they get solid enough and enough of them.
Oh, wow.
And this
okay.
is one of our favorites as well. This is the gas plant.
Yes,
And the
lovely.
reason it's called gas plant is because it actually does smell like gas. And if you take a lighter and you flick the lighter here, it'll flame up with a quick flame. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And apparently it doesn't hurt the flowers, but it's sort of running out of gas now.
Oh,
Because
funny,
it-
running out of gas. Here, George, we'll get rid of this. See if it'll light up.
Okay.
You have to go down underneath.
I know, but
Yeah, okay. It might not be hot enough.
They're both trying to. They're both trying to light up this plant.
this one isn't working.
Yeah, okay, here, this
There.
one.
Okay, wait.
Okay. Okay, it's not, maybe it's not hot enough or it's not at the right.
Or the wind.
Yeah. But our grandchildren love it. They tried it the other day and the whole thing, whoosh, it goes up in a big whoosh. But it doesn't hurt the plant. I think they're too
No,
hard on.
yeah, it
Yeah.
just doesn't work.
Okay,
But it does go up
so
in
it
the
may
That's
come
courtesy-
later that we light up this plant
Yeah,
later.
yeah. This is courtesy of Vern's mother.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yes.
I think this is a cautionary tale in your garden.
John Davis roses on this one and that one as well. And they're again just starting to come out now.
June is blooming. Okay, let me come out of here. I love the color on that.
So this was sort of the highlight of in 2010, 11 years ago, we entered the Hort Society garden contest, and we ended up winning first. And this was one of the highlights, was the grass at the back that stands up. And that's the Great Basin Wild Rye grass. And of course in front is Carl Forster. And the thing with most clematis right now, there's literally not too many that are out. And this plant, pardon me, is probably our favorite. And it's an evening primrose. And it's been here for, I'm sure, 25 years.
I love the flower on it,
Yes.
George.
Yeah?
Let's just get a closer
And
look.
what
It
happened?
won't grow anywhere else but up against the south
Yeah.
side of this house.
And
You tried it in different places,
We
hey?
tried it in 5 different places. It only like there, and
Yeah.
that's it.
And the thing we like about it is that every morning over the years, we get between 10 and 12 flowers like that every morning. Then, since it's only a day flower, we clip them off, and then by the next morning we get another 10 or 12. Wow. And this would go on for probably 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. It's a high maintenance plant, but beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. Is one that Marilyn doesn't like is a hardy hibiscus.
Oh, you don't like it, Marilyn, hey?
No, because it dies back every year and you can
Well, it's supposed to. And it's a white one. I had 2 of them before, one there and one over on the other side in red, but it died out. But this one has been there probably for about 6 years now.
But they don't bloom until late September in Calgary.
Early
September,
Yeah.
and then they freeze,
Yeah.
Well, and they take a while to come up,
Yeah.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so it's like
Yeah.
wondering if it's dead or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not
Yeah.
dead, you just have to wait on
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and what I do, and usually it's about the end of May, 1st of June, and it's just the base and there's nothing there. And then we come out and look, and if I'm all of a sudden I can see a little green thing coming at the bottom,
Yes.
then I know it made it for another winter. But anyway, like Marilyn said, it doesn't bloom until beginning of September to the middle. But whatever, just that a hibiscus can grow for 6 years.
It's
Yes.
a challenge.
And what it is, it's a kangaroo apple.
Oh,
And,
cool.
and it's the reason they call it kangaroo apple is because the leaf is in the shape of a kangaroo's foot.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And it will grow probably about 4 feet high at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we have that one, and another one here is the peanut butter plant. And,
Wow.
And
Those
with
are
the
both from Vales.
yeah, and with the peanut butter plant, if you rub your fingers on the edge of the leaf, and then if you can try it, and then see what you think, see what you smell.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll rub my-
Quite. Yeah.
That. Oh! Yeah, it does smell like peanut butter.
Oh yes.
Wow! So, are you bringing these in during the winter, or?
No. We go to Vales out at Black Diamond, and Katrina out there has a little greenhouse, so to speak, area that she has things like that, and the kangaroo apple, and many other sort of tropical plants too, and that you'll find nowhere else other than at Vale.
So do you replace it every year then?
Yeah.
Okay.
We treat it as an annual.
Right. And does it? Did you say it blooms? Does it?
No.
No.
The kangaroo apple will come up with a bloom, little bloom, and then it has
Purple
little
blooms.
apples.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Yeah, it's decorative. Yeah.
Go near here. Let's get a close up on it.
A mistletoe cactus.
Yes.
We
I love it.
It's a mistletoe cactus that I don't think you'll find it literally anywhere. And our daughter, who passed away, as Marilyn mentioned, 4 years ago, bought that, and we bring it out in the late spring, and we leave it out here, and then in the winter or fall, before it freezes or whatever, then we take it in the house and keep it over winter.
And it doesn't need bright lights in the house. It's just an amazing plant.
Yeah.
Oh, you just keep it in like a
somebody
indirect.
told me they had one that was 40 years old. I nearly passed out because I thought it would die in a year or two. And she said, no, hers is 40 years old. So you'll notice we mix oranges and pinks. We don't care anymore.
With the roses.
I took a course where a guy said, mix whatever color you want.
And that's what you're doing. I love it. Well, I mean, it's your garden. Do what you want, you know?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
It's an
crazy.
amazing little plant, yeah. So we're saving it.
We're saving it for another 40 years.
Yeah.
It's got
Or
38
somebody
to go.
will. Somebody will anyway, yeah. And at the back, under the umbrella beside it, is the Waterton mock orange. This year, it took a hit last year in the winter, because by now, or it's still coming.
Okay.
If you,
So Marilyn is saying, I have to smell this. Okay. Okay, here goes my nose. Just imagine.
this is just a summer one. It's
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a gardenia. It's a type of gardenia.
It's a different type that I spotted out there at Vail, so I got it because one flower was out and it smelled gorgeous. And in years past, we purchased the gardenia tree.
Yeah.
And for about 3 years, only 1 year did we have a bunch of flowers on the gardenia tree that smelled gorgeous. The last 2 years, they weren't that great.
Right.
So this one,
So we went for a small one.
Yeah.
Found out now they don't like too much sun, so I'm going to protect it from the afternoon sun.
Well, isn't that the way, you know, like just discovering what certain plants
Yeah,
like that?
Yeah, and it says they're in containers, and so they don't want the full summer sun.
hanging bamboo.
Love it.
And a cup and saucer vine from,
To the
again, from, if you see the little cups and saucers there, they're from Vails too.
Those two, yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
You can see the Waterton Hawthorn's flowers.
Yeah, just a few, but there was just hundreds last year. It was just glorious.
I'm just trying
Such
to get
a
in
beauty.
close. Maybe it's just like once you cut it back, it will just be like a rejuvenation prune.
Yeah.
And you can probably just
So, okay, some more smelling going on in this video.
Pick one.
Oh, pick one. Okay, yeah, I can pick it.
A little handful.
doesn't matter.
So they're letting me pick this. Wow. I'm just going to try to pick this one that's open. Okay. Wow, that's nice. You keep all your tags. I'm like that too.
Yeah, and I keep them organized, like, you know, trees, spring perennials, special things for lilies, poppies, grasses, roses, hostas, ferns, lilacs, summer perennials. It's a really crazy system, but it works.
Well, that's what matters. It's just the system that works for you.
My favorite clematis. It comes out in little sort of pinky whatever flowers and it has a vanilla scent to the flower. And there's only 2 clematises that have a scent, and this one is the one that has it, and it's a rubro marginata by name. So if you ever have a chance to get a clematis, look for a rubro marginata.
This is our fern garden that's getting way too much sun because of some tree problems.
Because you lost some trees, right?
Yes. And plus I trimmed a lot of trees that I probably shouldn't have, but let's hope they'll survive. That's a lady fern there. And in behind is the sensitive fern. It multiplies like crazy, and we didn't know until the other day that it's toxic if eaten.
This one here. Are you talking about this one here?
Yeah, here. This and all of these. This is. They spread all over, and it's like a little one. It's a woodland, which is nice.
The Japanese painted.
Japanese painted. This is a ghost.
A ghost.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
It
very
came
white.
through. Yeah, it came through, and this was one of George's purchases.
We have another one back
Oh yeah,
here.
we just got that one. It's so tiny, but we're looking forward to it. And this is an upside down fern. George put in a couple
one
years
here.
ago, and I didn't think it would survive, and it has.
Oh, it's beautiful. If you could, I don't know if you can see the detail, like
The blue poppy.
blue
It's,
Himalayan.
blue Himalayan. Yeah.
That's really hard to grow,
yes,
Marilyn.
yeah. So
Wow, good for you.
yeah, George insists on buying it. So
What did you say about the two of you? You're the designer and
yeah, he's the purchase, the too many. What would you call it? The over-the-top purchaser.
What have we got here? This is lovely. Ooh, I just
So
took
this
one.
is our pride and joy here. Yes,
This
that's
hellebore?
a Lenten rose, and it's called the Golden Lotus. We just finally found the tag for it. We had 3 of them that our son had given us certificates for, and we ordered them from a BC, from
Vancouver
Island.
nursery.
2 of them died within a couple of years, and this one has decided that life is worth living. And
likes
we
that
have
spot.
really enjoyed it. Pardon?
Yeah, it likes that spot.
Yes. So we're not touching it, we're not moving it, it's staying there.
And those
In fact,
flowers-
it's got its own little thing to go with it.
And those flowers on it have been out for a month or more.
Yeah. Wow, so
Yeah.
it's very long lasting. I
Yes,
know
yeah,
I've always-
they last a couple of months because they dry up rather than die.
Right.
And then it's
And this is your,
oh
We've
yeah.
got a baptismal.
Yes, we've got
It's
two
just
of them.
starting.
Yeah, it's not that pretty yet, but it will get absolutely gorgeous. We have another one here that
Okay, let's go take a look.
transplanted over to here, and it's coming. They don't like being transplanted, that's for sure. So I was surprised I got anything.
Now we're getting into the side garden here.
What?
Ooh, it's nice and cool down here. I like this spot. So what's the story with the raspberries here?
Well, we
that's a
figured
snowball bush that is favorite.
it's a lesson for people who think that a snowball bush will grow in an area where your raspberries will grow. And what happened is that it decided it had to shoot way up into the sky and look really funny. But we learned a lesson.
I bet it produced a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, it's a shame because it was gorgeous, but it was funny and gorgeous all at the same time. But somebody told me if we just hang in there, that the roots maybe have developed now, and if we cut it back, that it might perform as a normal bush next year.
Standing in front of our, we call it our Mickey Mouse tree. Because people think it's a strange being.
The people going by don't know it's a weeping spruce, and it gets called all sorts of things.
This, on this side, is a stilbeloidy with the huge leaves. And another peony here that's just, in this case, just starting to come out. And same here, poppies, since it's in the shade, they're just starting to come out. And at the back and in between hostas. And this one, right below you, is another Waterton mock orange, but I've tried to keep it as a little bush instead of a tree. And it's got a whole bunch of buds, so it'll smell great later. And this tree is Ohio Buckeye. No, what am I saying? Marilyn?
Yes, Ohio Buckeye.
Okay, yeah, I thought it was what it for a minute there. And it had little plumes of flowers before, but they're all done. And the bristlecone pine that about it's been there about three years, I think, maybe 4. But the first 2 years, originally when I bought it, was about 4 feet high, and the next year it didn't do much. But then last year it took off, and then this year it's really big. And this is the weeping blue spruce. I like to refer to it as a Norwegian blue spruce. And about maybe 10 years ago, I bought it at Rona, which was originally Revelstoke, and the plant was about 2 feet high, and I had no, and it was no weeping at that time. I had no idea what it was, but I got it for $5, so I put it in, and it grew, and this is the result.
Is this your favorite plant, George?
This is my favorite, yes.
Okay, let me go around the front and get a
Okay,
good...
and one other thing to add to it too, back about a year ago when I was cutting the lawn, a husband and wife came up on the sidewalk, and the lady walked over to me and said, "Can I ask you a question?" And I said, "Sure." So she said, "Is this tree supposed to look like that?" And I told her, "Yes, because it's a weeping blue spruce." And she turned to her husband and said, "See, I told you." So anyway, in this case, as usual, the ladies are the smart.
No comment!
And this, it makes like a walkthrough as well through here. And I've got two different types of smoke bushes,
Yes!
the purple and then the other one. And
This must be like a smaller variety.
actually, I think it might be, because it doesn't get more than about 3 feet high.
Okay.
But if you go to Kelowna sometime, they're about 5-6 feet high.
Oh, and they can get bigger than
Oh
that,
yeah,
too.
yeah, they're just awesome.
Yeah.
And this is another Japanese.
I'm just going to back up a little bit here so you can see it. Oh, yes.
And
This is cool because I don't think you can see it with a camera, but like when I back up, I don't know if you can see this, but the spruce and the pine have kind of created this a little bit of an arch
Yeah,
over
that's
top.
what we're trying to do. They were trying to eat it. I trimmed it the other day.
So then when you go in, it's like, okay, we're under this arch. And it's nice. I'll just stand here in the cool shade.
that's right.
Oh, and you've got an oak.
Yeah, and this one is a bur oak,
Yes.
and it's been here for, I would say 3 years. And originally, when we bought it, it was probably about that high. So.
What did you bring me, Marilyn? It's lemonade with a little bit of orange in it and little ginger ale and some ice cubes.
Oh my goodness.
It's hot enough to have 10 of those today.
Okay, I'm going to drink this down. Thank you so much.
This is a smooth leaf, no, cut leaf, smooth sumac.
And you were saying, I'm recording now, so you might as well say it.
This is our secret garden here.
I'm going to just step in.
From our kitchen window, we pretend we're in the woods.
Oh. I love it. And I noticed you have a few writings. What does this mean?
In the backyard, they're spring, summer, fall, and winter, but I don't know what this one means, but it's pretty interesting. I love one of my favorite flowers, a Solomon seal, and they all go into bloom and not bloom, but yeah, they get the little white flowers in spring. They're just gorgeous. And then the ferns take over, and then this is I can't remember the name of it. It's sort of you don't see it around in Calgary much. I cannot think of the name of it, of course.
It's lovely. And you have this little fountain at the end, a bird bath. Aww. That's lovely.
Hello everyone. My name is Lisa Fernandez and I'm a gardener here in Calgary, one of the master gardeners. And we're going to do a little tour for you of George and Marilyn's beautiful garden. And we hope you enjoy it, and you'll hear Marilyn behind the scenes, and maybe you'll see George later.